Hi guys, it's Thomas Moran here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the 125th US Open Golf Championship, the third major of the year after the Masters and the PGA Championship, and my 4 picks for the championship. If you like these videos guys, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and actually if you don't like these videos, I've just realised if you hit the thumbs up as well as if you dislike them, if you like them, dislike them, if you hit the thumbs up, it lets me know if you don't like them or if you do like them. Thanks very much for that. It's the 125th US Open from Oakmond Country Club. This course is another beast. They played it in 2016 and they've lengthened it by nearly another 200 yards. It's 7,372 yards, par 70. Very long. And just a little fact for you, in 2016, poor old Zachary Edmondson shot 23 over par over the first 2 rounds. So it was tough, and a lot of players have been shooting silly numbers over par round there, even in the practice rounds recently. Another little fact, 289 yard par 3 8th. I mean, I play a fair bit of golf and I wouldn't be able to knock that ball with a driver 289 yards. And that is a par 3. They're taking the air a little bit. So my picks, looking at I've got the screen here, guys. You've got Scotty Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau, Rory Mcilroy at 3-1, 8-1, 10-1. As you probably might have guessed, they're not the kind of prices that I'm going to be backing each way. So my first bet of the tournament is Niemann. And this is a guy who I've never actually backed over all the years. There's a guy that obviously I don't really back in the live tournaments, and over the majors he's always just been so short considering he hasn't really ever done anything to warrant me backing him. And I've always said because his form's unbelievable, he's clearly incredibly talented, but I need to see something until I start backing him around sort of 18-1, 16-1, 20-1. I either need his price to go out a lot, which is fine, I could do that, or show me something in the majors that will make me say, okay, you can play the majors. And that's been the difference. Here, there's certain bookies playing top 10, so that was a big thing. He won last week at Live, shot 8 under last round. It was his 8th professional win. I mean, that is insane. 8th professional win, and he's won 5 of his last 12. He came 29th for the Masters, which isn't bad. I think it's his best run there. That's not a bad thing. And then he came 8th at the US PGA. That's good enough for me. I mean, we are getting a price. This is a guy who wins a lot, and you're getting 28-1 on the win. You're getting top 10. You're getting a fifth of that with priced up bet, and that for me was enough for me to go first bet on Joaquin Niemann. Can he be 1 bet, 1 win? We'll soon find out. But I really like him. I think his form's amazing. It's his major form that is the problem. But if you look, he won 7 starts back, 20th, 8th first, like he played really well last week. His US Open form, there's nothing better than the 23rd. There's a 32nd, 47th, 31st, 23rd, and the missed cut. The 8th at Quail Hollow, the 29th at the Masters. We are pushing that way. He's very young. He's clearly getting there. For me, I'm very happy to put him up as my top selection at 28-1 for Joaquin Niemann. My second one is someone, again, I don't know if I've ever backed this guy either, which is surprising considering how good he is, and that is Harris English. His recent form is amazing. His last 4 starts, 11th, 2nd, 53rd and 12th. His US Open form's really good. He's come 4th, 3rd, 61st, 8th and 41st in his last 5 US Opens. He came 37th here at Oakmond in 2016, which is really good considering how many of the players in this field actually missed the cut. He's been top 22 in his last 5 of his last 6 US majors, 12th at the Masters, tied 2nd at Quail Hollow, then 11th and 12th, and he's won on these greens that are going to be a bit of a nightmare test. This is going to be a tough test this week, guys, and I just believe that he's an absolutely cracking bet. I told a couple of mates he was 125-1 at the start of last week, but you only got 5 places. So I thought, well, as long as we can get 100-1-ish come the day, come this week. And what's happened is they've absolutely slashed him. No idea why, Best price you can get is 80 to 1, top 6 places. And you know me, guys, I like my places. So I'm either going to go for 66 to 1 top 8, or but more likely I'm going to go priced up again at 60 to 1 for top 10 there. So I didn't say earlier, I've had £10 each way on Joachim Niemann. I'm going to have £8 each way on Harris English here as my second pick. Third pick, this might not surprise you because I have backed this guy every single time. He'll play the Masters, and he gave us a good run, 100 to 1 second in the Masters, and that is Justin Rose. And people will think I'm a little bit mad. A lot of people won't quite understand why I picked him, and I completely understand that. There is a lot of faith in just his ability that I'm going here, because if you look at his last 5 starts after the second at the Masters, 42nd, withdrew, missed cut, 44th and missed cut. I mean, that is crap. We know that. There's no sugarcoating that. His US Open form's not bad. He missed the cut here in 2016 at Oakmond, just one over the cut, I think he was, at 8 over. But he's come 12th, 27th, a 10th and a 3rd at the US Opens. I mean, I don't look so much at those kind of US Open forms. They are normally at different courses. They will be, you know, as I say, 2016 is the only course form we've got of Justin Rose that I could find. 2007 was another time they played. I don't know if he played there. I didn't check. So we haven't got a lot of course form in that sense, but this is going to be an absolute grind. This is going to be long. It's going to be a grind. I've said before in the Masters video, guys, he's not turning up to these little smally PGA events and wants to win all them. I don't think he really cares too much about them. I think he's always planning for the major. His form coming up to the Masters was rubbish, 47th the week before, and then he played unbelievable, putted the lights out, and you know, got into a playoff, nearly beat McIlroy. This is how it is. Again, if you're going to show me 40 to 1, I'm obviously not going to be anywhere near that. But if you show me around 125 to 1, like he is, I'll have a small each way bet on him. And he's sort of 125 a lot of places. The question is, do you want to go top 10 and take much lower odds, or do you want to go 125 to 1 top 7? So for the channel, I've actually done 2 bets on Justin Rose. I've had £3 each way on him at 125 to 1, top 7 places with Sporting Index. They've also done a bet without Scotty Scheffler, without Rahm, without McIlroy, and without Bryson. And he's 80 to 1 in that field. Top 6, I don't think that's a bad bet, guys. You know, if he is going to win, those are going to be the real problems. You could have split stakes on those. So I've had £2 each way on that 80 to 1 top 6 places as well. So overall, it's £5 each way technically for my third tip and my last tip. And this is a guy, I've never backed this guy either, so this is going to be a bit of a strange one. And that is Ben Griffin. His recent form, you can't argue with his recent form. He's been playing absolutely amazingly. Scheffler's the only one to stop him in the last 2. His last 3 starts, 8th at the USPGA first. He won, and then he came 2nd at the Memorial. Unbelievable form. Also won at Zurich this year in the pairs event, I believe it was. 2 tied 4ths this year. It's his first US Open from what I can see. It is a punt. We're gambling here. But in a field where you'll see that I'm not too big on a lot of the shorter priced ones, I think we're going to have to throw one in there. And I don't think his price of 71's too bad. Again, I'll probably be looking for more places if I can. It depends. But anything around 70 to 1, guys, I think top 7, you know, if we have to take lower odds, not too much lower, and get top 10, that's what I might do. But he's my 4th pick. I think these 4 should give us a bit of a run. You know, Niemann, I'd hope if he plays like he did last week, he'll be up there, but you just don't know. Harris English, another great player in my eyes. So these 4, I'm really hoping we get a bit of a run at nice prices. If we get a place on a couple or a place on one, you're probably going to break even. If you get a place on a couple, you do well. And fingers crossed we get a bit of a run at it. Of the rest, you know, top of the field, Scotty Scheffler, you can't argue, 3 to 1. You know, these are the kind of prices Tiger Woods was, you know, in 2008 when he was in his prime. And yes, I wouldn't. I used to back Tiger all the time at those kind of prices. What, is it that much of a problem to back him at 3 to 1? I don't know. I don't. He's playing unbelievable, so I wouldn't, say to anyone don't back him at those kind of prices. For me, I like the each way guys, so it's much harder for me. If it was a bit bigger, maybe I could back him each way, but I can't. I backed him. I didn't back him on my preview for the USPGA. He was 5 to 1. I mean, that he made that look silly. Won by 5 or 6, can't remember. But so you could have easily made good money on him there. But he was 5 to 2 in play after the first 2 rounds, and that's when I backed him. So it'll probably be another same. If I have to take 6 to 4, and there's only maybe 3 others that can win, I'll back him at 6 to 4. It looks bigger when there's 150 odd players or however many there is this week. At 3 to 1, I just can't do it. I'm just sort of hoping he has an average to bad round, and then you might get 6 to 1, 7 to 1, and then I'll pile in. But threes, I can't. Bryson playing great, longest hitter. This is going to be a tough test. You're going to have to smash it around. I watched some of the live for the first time on ITV recently, and he did hit a few wild ones. Don't know if that'll be a problem. It was like the same as my last preview. I said to you guys I got 14 to 1 on him anti-post, and he'd come into 9 to 1. 9 to 1 was no interest to me. I haven't backed him anti-post for this. I can't be backing him at 15 to 2. I can see why. There's one of the golf betting tipsters guys. They've tipped him up quite heavy, which completely understand, but not for me. I can't be backing him win only at that price, especially after what happened at the Masters. Rory McIlroy, 12 to 1. I mean, the guy won the Masters. It looked like it was going to be $1 million. It's all fallen apart for him, really, since then. He shot 9 over par last week. I'm not. 12 to 1. If you can get me nearer 20s, I'll put any kind of money on him, but 12s, no interest for me this week. And Rahm, I've been backing him and Xander, in my other previews, and they haven't just sort of been in contention. And I'm not playing these guys each way at 12 to 1 if I don't think they can win and win it, comfortably. And that's the problem this week, guys. So I'm not backing Rahm, not backing Schauffele. Morikawa is another one. He's not quite there yet. Aberg's been sort of double bogeying, and just it's been a bit of a mess. So that's why you can see I came to Niemann. I've sort of crossed all the big guys off. Scotty Scheffler would be my one out of all of them if I was to have if I was a big hitter like I used to be, having hundreds on at those kind of prices. But I'm not now. I like the sort of £10 each way at 28 to 1, and then obviously if Rose can come good at silly prices, that's all good. But yeah, hope you're good, guys. Like I say, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, and if you don't like the video, please press the thumbs up as well. That lets me know that you don't like the video. Hope you're good, guys. Please let me know in the comments who you're backing and what you think is going to happen this week. Most importantly, guys, take care.